And we're live. What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Fanatic Beats at BeatStars. Welcome to the Sunday Sound Show today. It's going to be a dope show. I got an awesome guest for y'all. And this is the last one of the year. Let me make sure I'm live right now. Yeah, it looks like I'm live. So, yeah, before I get into it, I have a couple announcements, some awesome announcements. Let me check right quick. And y'all let me know if you can't hear me. Let's see here. Yeah, and hopefully you're having an awesome Sunday. Let's see here. Make sure. Okay, cool. All right. So before I forget, and I get so wrapped up into the conversation and the music, yeah, we got some announcements here for y'all. This is regarding Discord. You can join the new BeatStars Discord to chat with other members of the community. You find collaborators and so much more. The link to join is Discord/invite. Let me drop that in the comments for y'all. And you want to jump in there on Discord. We got a lot going on there, so you can check it out. Hey, thanks, Michael. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for letting me know. Here's a link to that for y'all to check out. Enjoy. And also the BeatStars Song Contest. Artists. Yes, artists, recording artists. We just launched a BeatStars song contest. You can record and submit your best song for a chance to win over $3,000 in prizes. More information can be found at songcontest.beatstars.com. So let me send that link to y'all too. So make sure you submit to these opportunities, because they're really oh, I'm glad you like it. Glad you enjoying the Discord, because the more opportunities you send to and submit to, it just broadens your reach for improvement, and also opportunity to grow your brand and grow your expertise and whatnot. So that's enough about intros. I'm really, really, really excited for this interview because this somewhat showcasing this show that I mentioned is the last one of the year. It was awesome doing these. Thank y'all for showing up all the time, and also for all the support. Definitely appreciate y'all. It's been an awesome year. It just went by so fast, man. We had some amazing guests. And if I don't forget, I'll try and find the link to the playlist of all the shows, the Sunday Sound shows, and paste it here so y'all can binge watch that. Especially you got a break coming up, or whatever, from school and work or whatever. But yeah, shout out to Abe and the whole BeatStars fam. The whole squad has been super dope. Awesome year. Yeah, let's get into it. And shout out to my music fanatics that are here as well. Thank y'all for the support as always. And yeah, so without further ado, we repping the female gang today, the female creatives. Um, and I like to emphasize that more and more because, you know, a lot of us think that's a small percentage of females repping the game. And, you know, it's a big percentage, but it's so always cool to bring them to the forefront and also to show their talents. And I met Brown Sugar Productions actually long couple years ago, and I remember her chords, her keys, and the melodies that she chose and the beat that she played. And I don't know if she remembers, but it was one of my favorite beats. And actually, I bought her around for that. So anyway, I don't know if she remembered. I was shocked I remember that too. So welcome to the show. Let me make sure I get you going. Brown Sugar Productions, what's good?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Man, thank you for having me. This is so cool. I'm super
Yeah.
excited to be here.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. I'm glad you're open to being on the show. You got a lot going on music wise, and I thought it'd be dope to people to get to know you better, get to hear your music, and see what you've been up to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my background straight.
All right. Take your time.
Looks like it's not here. It's all good. Oops. Anyway, how's your weekend going?
Weekend's going pretty good. Pretty chill. I went to a Christmas party yesterday, which was cool. But yeah, everything's going pretty good.
Good, good. Yeah. It was funny because, Thanksgiving, this is, like, the first Thanksgiving we went out to see family, like, during COVID, so it was kinda awkward for us. So, uh, I'm sure, like, going out to parties is a little different than it was before, so,
Yeah.
um yeah, before I forget, I usually start with, people kinda figuring out where you're from and whatnot, but,
Mhm.
do you recall, the BeatStars meetup that we met, the first, one?
Yep. We were up Adams Morgan, I
Yeah,
believe.
yep.
Yeah, we were up Adams Morgan. Yeah, I remember that. That was I want to say that was a year before COVID. That was like 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe like two
No,
years ago.
yeah, you're probably right. It's a blur to me, so you would know better. I was thinking 2018, but it was funny because I was like, I think COVID's been how many years now? So I didn't even know. It's
It
weird,
might have
like
been
it.
2018. It might have been. Yeah, I
Okay,
know. I
yeah,
remember I had graduated 2018. So it may have been like fall or something like that of 2018. Somewhere around that
yeah.
time.
See, we both in the same boat. Yeah, I remember wearing a coat, so that kind of helps me out a little bit, remembering when the temperature. So I remember wearing a coat. But,
Mhm.
yeah, it is kind of a blur. That's crazy. You know what I do? I use social media to help me remember what year certain things happened.
Yes, memories and social media for sure.
Like, Facebook birthdays, there's no way I can remember all those birthdays, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
but
funny.
I
So
did
let's,
hear you. No, I was about to say I did hear you say that you remember the beat I played that day. I have no clue what beat I played. I do not
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I remember it standing out, and it was really dope. Cause I remember asking you about the chords, like the keys, and I asked you, "Do you play keys?" And I could tell that it was a little different, your production wise, the musicality of it. So I was like,
Mhm.
I think she plays keys, so that's why it kind of stood out to me. Uh, so what's good to the whole fam? Everybody here live right now. Thank you for joining me. What's up? What's up? What's happening? It's cool to see new names and familiar faces. And any females in here repping the female producers and creatives, please. What emoji you want? You want them to put up an emoji to rep the females?
Um, we can. You know what? Because of my project, I've just been using the red heart lately. That kind
Okay,
of
there we
themes the
go.
project, so we can throw up the red heart.
There we go. Throw up a red heart for the female creators, please. Put it in the comments. And also, it doesn't matter if you male or female, just put them up to show some support for being creative in general, because we take a different route being an entrepreneur and trying to balance, day life and stuff like that, work life. So, speaking of that, where are you from? And how did you get started into music?
Well, I am from DC. I'm from Northeast DC, born and raised. I got into music through my dad. I used to always be in the studio with him. Like I was like 3 or 4 years old, and he was always watching me, so I would always just have to be there with him. But I remember just being in that atmosphere, like not knowing where I'm at, not understanding, but just remembering that it was like it was a different environment and a different atmosphere. So like walking into the studio and the walls are painted black and then there's signatures all over the walls. And then walking into the booth, I just remember like something happening with my ears, and I'm just like, whoa, like this is so cool,
Mhm.
But as a kid, I was just always around that. And then when I got older, it just was kind of like God telling me my purpose. Like I told my dad, I was like, I think I want to make beats. I just didn't know. I didn't even know what I was saying. I just was saying it, and he believed in it. So he believed in it before I believed in it. So he bought me a keyboard, and it just went from there. But yeah, that's pretty much how I began with music.
That's awesome. So you were in a studio at a young age. How old would you say?
Yeah, I was about 3 or 4.
Wow, you were young.
Yeah, I was really young. I was like a baby. Yeah, like 3 or 4, all the way up until he may have stopped doing music around, I may have been maybe 11 or 12. So from like 3 or 4 up until like 10, I was always in that environment, that atmosphere.
Got you. Yeah. So, man, that is so early. That's awesome. Like, did your dad like own his own studio, or is he, like a studio musician, or like what did he do?
He was a rapper, so they had a rap group, and him and his best friend owned the studio. It was in the basement of his home. He had a really big house over in it's at Riverdale, Maryland. He had one of those huge houses, family homes, and he had built the studio in the basement. So they just all had their little rap group going on, and they just would be down there just figuring it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
that's
think my dad told me that he would produce from time to time. He enjoyed producing, but he was mainly a rapper.
okay. And speaking of that, you kind of picked up on the artist side as well. I know you got an EP dropping like ASAP. Is that tomorrow?
Yes,
Dropping tomorrow?
tomorrow. Yes. I'm super excited about that. So it's called a seasonal love language. And I have a track on there with an artist called T Lyric, and then the other tracks are instrumental. So I look at my instrumentals as vibes. Like you can literally just listen to the beats and just feel a certain type of way and play the whole thing and just be like, this is enough. like, you know? So yeah,
Yeah.
that's dropping tomorrow. Super excited about that.
Yeah. I love that title. So it's a mixture of beats and songs? To
hmm
correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And are you singing or rapping on it?
No, so I'm just a producer. Sometimes you can look at me as a female version of a DJ Khaled, but I am actually making the beats. but it's kind of like the production is me, and I will feature an artist on my tracks. It's kind of like that in a sense. So I'm not rapping or singing. I'm just the producer, bringing in an artist, onto what I got going on, pretty much.
Got you, got you. That helps me understand exactly. When you said a female DJ Khaled, that clicked right away. Uh,
yeah.
and how did you get the name Brown Sugar?
So brown sugar came from my great aunt. Rest in peace to her. Ever since I was a baby, she used to always call me that. And her and my grandma would be on the phone all the time. And I remember one time, I think I was around 13. I heard her say, my grandma, she was on speaker with my grandma, and I heard her say, tell brown sugar I said, hey. And then something was like, ooh, like something just clicked. I was like, oh my God, maybe I should use that as like my
Mhm.
brand name, like Brown Sugar Productions. and that's literally where it came from.
That's awesome story. Because I remember, wasn't there a movie called Brown Sugar? Yeah,
It
yeah.
is,
But,
yeah.
and I was thinking you might have had, some ties to that, but,
no, it more so has ties to like my complexion, really, you know what I mean? And ever since a baby, this is glowing brown skin. And she just would look at me and she just always called me brown sugar.
awesome, awesome. And
Yeah.
are you, you forgive me, you're
Hmm?
not are you part Jamaican?
No.
Okay.
no.
Okay, just checking.
No, I'm all African American. I mean, I may have some of that in me, I'm nothing that I'm aware of yet though, but nah.
Yeah, oh man, we did one of those you know, ancestor things, and I was shocked. Uh, I found out I'm half Puerto Rican, so I didn't know that.
Whoa.
Like 50%. I was like, "Oh, whoa, wait,
Whoa.
what?"
Oh yeah, yeah, that's half for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was kind of cool to figure it out find out, as an adult after all those
Right.
years. Like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
You know what? I
Yeah,
feel like I want to do the ancestry.com thing, but I feel like I want to document it when I begin to dig deep. into the history of my family, I feel like I want to
Mhm.
have all of that documented because I know that this it's some deep stuff. It's some deep information that I can definitely find out that would probably be shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I recommend doing it, just to kinda know. It's always good to know, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's pretty accurate, I think so. I hope so. Most
Right.
people getting wrong information, but yeah, I hope it's accurate. So you wanna get into some music now, or you wanna.
Yes. No, we can definitely get into it.
Okay, so let me share. And do you play any other instruments other than, keyboard keys?
You know what? I really, really want to begin to start playing the acoustic guitar. I would love to get that for Christmas if someone can gift me an acoustic guitar. That's my next instrument though. You know, that's definitely the next instrument I want to get into for sure. But right now it's just keys.
Nice. Yeah, that's a beautiful instrument. Mine is sitting like in the back of my basement with dust on it. So I
Oh
used to play it a
no.
lot. Yeah, I used to play it a lot. And when I walk past it, I'm like, man, I miss that thing. But then just keep walking. Unfortunately, I need to get back on it.
You gotta get that. Or you can sell it to me. I will definitely get the dust off of it and put it to work
I
for
heard that.
sure.
Oh man, I love your logo. Did you design that?
Yeah, so yeah, a little backstory on that too. Like I remember just trying to find a graphic designer, just like stressing about getting this logo made. And one day my aunt came over and she was like, "Come on, we just about to figure it out. We just gonna figure it out." So I put some headphones on. I sat on the porch, and I was just figuring it out. And then she kind of just seen me like hold the headphones and kind of tilt my head down. She was like, "Pause, stay there, don't move." She took a picture of it on her phone and she had some app that she was using and it had different filters on it. So one of the filters was that, and that's just literally how we made the logo. It came out amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's crazy what you can do with filters these days. It's
right.
nuts.
Hmm.
Like on IG story, I was messing around with filters and I'm like, it's endless. You can get lost in the, filter world with all these
Yeah.
different apps and stuff. But it
I
also
know
makes
most
it
of us,
very easy.
yeah, most of us ladies, I know we love to use that filter that just kind of makes our skin kind of glow. It looks like we got some extra makeup on. Like that's one of the best filters I love to use on Instagram. I know a lot of ladies can definitely agree with me on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, there's so many, glam things you can do. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so, did you wanna go into, like, any order? You wanna handpick some stuff? Whatever you wanna do. You're our
So
guest,
yeah,
so.
let's go in the order. I did already kind of order it out. Um, I wonder because my screen I can't see it too big, but maybe
Are you on the phone?
um yeah, I'm on the phone.
Okay.
Okay, so I've zoomed in some. So the first track, yep, the first track should be Neighbors. Little backstory on Neighbors. I dropped Neighbors as an instrumental single. Um 2019, I believe. It was just like a vibe, right? It's really giving kind of summer vibe, kind of like on the beach, chilling kind of vibe. So yeah, that's the backstory on Neighbors and hope everybody enjoys it.
Alright, check it out. This is Neighbors with On Sunday Sounds with Brown Sugar Productions.
Brown sugar.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That is my
Thank
whole vibe
you.
right now. I like that a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
That is so vibey. I was it's kind of takes you in a trance, you know. It's definitely yeah, I like it a lot. Somebody said ear candy. It's definitely ear candy.
Yeah.
Um
So that's kind of what
the
I mean when I say you can my beats, you can just listen to the instrumental and just be like, this is good. This is enough. Like I'm, like that you can rap off of it and sing, but the instrumentals alone, it's like sometimes like this is it's nothing missing.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I could have played that for like intro music to the show. It
yeah.
has a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Um Oh, before I forget, for
Mhm.
all those that are here and watch this later, I actually have the link to the entire playlist. So, you want to check it out. There it is in the comments. You can listen to it later at your leisure and support your peers. And yeah, it's definitely dope. What plugin did you use for the keys? It sounds familiar to me.
The keys, that is one sample from Splice.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That one sample from Splice. And when I heard it, like literally I made this beat at like 3, 4 a.m. on the couch.
Hmm.
Like when I heard that sample, I said, "Oh, I know exactly what to do with this." So that dun 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 dun, like I was like, I know exactly what to do with that. And then I
Hmm.
added all of the drums and percussions, and I added that guitar in there as well, which kind of really
Right.
just was like, ooh, yeah,
That's, that guitar is like a preface to your new acoustic guitar, right?
yes. That's what I'm saying. That's the next instrument right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. You know what it remind me of? What artist do you hear on that beat?
You know what? When I made it, I didn't hear anybody specifically, but a lot of people tell me Brandy, that Brandy song, and
Yep.
I get enough. Hey,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people say that it reminds them of that. They say it reminds them of like '90s, like a '90s R&B.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a whole 90s R&B vibe, and I definitely heard Brandy on it because of that piano part.
Hmm.
Um, it's sad everyone says Brandy or Monica because they just put them together. But, also, it has like a Aaliyah vibe too, you know? I can hear
It
that a
does.
little bit.
It does. I agree. Yeah.
And you have like this syncopation about it because that kind of reminds me of Timbaland a little bit because he does like patterns like that on the
Yeah.
drums. Yeah.
That percussion is that I love, love, love percussion shakes and stuff. Like I love rhythm, like a movement, little weird percussions and stuff. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, you're from DC, so DC is percussion city pretty much.
Yeah, facts. For real. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's embedded in you, you know.
Hmm.
So did you hey, look at that title. Thick. Did you have an intro to that one? Like a
So thick,
background?
yes. So thick, you know what? A lot of my names just be random, but thick just is it's just kind of like thick like me. Like I'm a thick girl. Like, but this beat is you know what? This out of the whole playlist is my most recent beat. I literally made this beat, wanna say it was like earlier last week sometime. Or even a week before. But I wanted to just throw it on here because it's my most recent work. It's the freshest form of Brown Sugar Productions, of me, something that I created most recently. So, and I think I named it thick because when you listen, somewhat of the drums is kind of like thick drums a little bit. But yeah, the names just be random for sure, but they do be fitting the beats. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I broke over 400 beats in my catalog, and that's not even the TV film stuff. So naming beats, it becomes it's fun for me.
Mhm.
I never get tired of naming stuff, and my stuff is so random. So
Yeah, that's how
it,
it be, like for real.
Yeah, one's called, it's so funny. It's called Imperfectly Perfect, but on the artwork, I put Imperfectly Imperfect. And on the
Oh
actual
wow.
file, I named it Imperfectly Imperfect. So it's funny because it was like an oxymoron because it was imperfect. But anyway, let's get back to you. Uh, so here, this is, Thick,
Yep,
and,
this is
pay
thick.
attention to the drums. Check it out. See? That's why I got you on this show. Yo,
You like
yo, that
that?
is I love that. Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. That's
Mhm.
fire right there.
Thank
Um,
you.
a and did you make that exclusively for the show since it was so, recent?
You know what? We can say I did. We can say I had y'all in mind for sure.
I'm trying to
But
help you out.
yeah. This was made exclusively for y'all, you know what I mean? Just to give y'all a taste of brown sugar. But you know what? That beat, I can definitely hear a female vocalist ripping that.
Yes,
Female singer on
absolutely.
that for sure. So I'm waiting for her to come around and just pop up and I play that and we just make that magic, you know?
Yeah, that I like the space you have too.
Mhm.
You let it breathe where it needs to breathe, and you bring in little things here and there and take it out, and I
Yeah.
can tell you definitely just vibe with the beat as you make it.
But
Yeah.
trust me, it took me years to be able to create and make space for the artist. When I was younger, I'm talking about used to be shit going on. Like, so my dad would be like, my dad is blunt. First of all, he's very like straightforward. It's take
Yeah.
it out, take like he just straight up like too much going on, too much going on. But that helped me, and so to be able to create stuff like this and to understand that the artist's voice is a instrument as well. You have to leave
Yeah.
space for them. They are an instrument. Their voice is an
Yeah.
instrument. So I had to. It took me a while to learn that, but I got it now.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely got it. Listen to that. I can hear it. And trust me, you're not alone. A lot of people here that are watching are still developing their sound to get to that level. You know,
Mhm.
it took me years to figure that out as well. I said
Mhm.
it on other shows. Man, I had like 40 instruments just all together, just nasty, distorted. It was just way too much. And to
Yeah.
listen back, I'm like, there's like 10 beats in one beat.
It's like
I'm like, "What the
so
hell was
much
I
going
doing?"
on.
Right. "I gotta make this perfect, I gotta keep putting more stuff." That's the mentality when you're developing your ear and your sound and growing as a producer. So it's funny
Mhm.
to look back and hear you say that because you're not alone. Trust me,
Yeah.
you know,
I think
being
we
a
all have. I think we all go through it. I, I think all producers have dealt with that at least earlier on in their, in their careers or whatever, creating beats for sure. I think
yeah,
we all had to really just learn that.
right. And it's just all part of growing, basically,
Mhm.
creative space. I noticed in that hi-hat that you, used it's almost like phasing. I heard phasing in the hi-hat,
Like a
and it's
flanger.
yeah, like a flanger, yeah,
Yeah. Uh huh.
yeah. That was
Just to give
nice.
it something different. You know what I mean? Give it a different feel, different sound. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's rare I hear someone do that. Um, that was cool. There was a lot I heard in there, and I like that you chose to keep the drums kinda dark, especially that the clap, layered kinda clap you have. Um,
Mhm.
it wasn't like highs, it wasn't crisp, it was more like a dark crunch, to keep it kinda
Yeah.
thick.
So,
Is
and
that
I'm yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that clap is a really thick clap. It's
right.
like yeah, it's a really thick clap, and then I think somewhat of that kick drum is pretty thick too.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
kind of like a boom, like kind
Yeah,
of yeah.
yeah. Scott Storch likes to use those a lot. He likes to use, like, a low, it's almost like a soft kick, but it's like a rumbler, like, I
Mhm.
forgot what they call it. It's more of a presence than
Mhm.
a sharp transient, but, we can
Right.
talk all
Right.
day. Yeah. What artist did you have, in mind for that? Because 'Cause I'm seeing a lot of artists pop up.
Nobody specifically, just like really, I just know specifically female. I can definitely hear a
Mhm,
female voice on that for sure, but I do not have a specific artist in mind, not necessarily. So it's really just like whoever really comes across, whoever I cross paths with that, got a great voice, that has a great voice. I mean,
mhm,
if we can figure it out, if it sounds good, as long as it sounds great, then we can do it. But definitely a female voice for sure.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
feeling. I saw, someone said Normani. Is that how you pronounce that artist?
Oh, is
Somebody
it
said that.
Normani or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's Normani, yeah. My bad.
You know what? She could definitely rip. She could definitely rip that.
I
But you
saw
know what
Ari
as well?
Lennox.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then I was gonna say SZA. I think SZA can definitely hop on that. Now
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, definitely. SZA would sound dope
Hmm.
on that. You know, well, when I was listening to it, it has like a classic R&B feel with an edge. It
Hmm.
reminded me of Genuine, actually. That's the only male
Well,
I
for
could
real.
hear. Yeah, a little
Oh
bit.
wow. That could work.
And
That could work.
and on the male side,
Hmm.
um, "Wait for Me," WMF by, have you heard that song? Realistic, I think is his name. Wait for me. Dun, 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 wait for me. You need to listen to
Oh
that.
no,
He's
yeah,
dope.
okay,
He's
I don't think
really
so.
new. He's kinda new. Yeah, yeah. He's kinda new, and his voice, it's light,
Hmm.
and it's a light male tenor, so it would fit really well with that. But yeah, check him
Okay.
out, and you'll be like, "Oh, Fanatic, he was right." Yeah, I can hear that. Uh, So let's get into another one. Let's see
What's the
here.
next?
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak.
You sure you want to
So
talk about that? You want to just play it?
yeah, like I said, the name was so random. I don't know why I named it that, but Heartbreak is a dope sample based beat. I don't even remember when I actually made that beat. But that beat just it feels good. Regardless of the name of it, the Heartbreak feels good. It has a great feel to it. And it's also on my project Sugar Print that I released back in March of this year. So it is on all platforms. If you want to go check that out. It's still called Heartbreak, but it's on all platforms for anybody that wants to actually go ahead and, listen to that other than on BeatStars on your streaming service. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was one I was gonna ask you. Were you distributing your music with a distributor? So that's awesome that you are.
hmm
And it's by you go by the same artist name as your producer
Yeah,
name?
yeah,
Okay.
everything's Brown Sugar Productions with that apostrophe between Brown and Sugar Productions. Yep.
Okay, everybody. You heard it, and that's how it looks on the screen right there. So that's how you can find her music on all platforms as well. All right. So Heartbreak. It sounds good. It feels good. Why you gotta hurt him like that? Why you gotta hurt him like that? Jeez. This is like the great way to end a year. It's just heat after heat. And you're right. I didn't think
Yeah.
Heartbreak would feel so good.
It's like it feels so good that it's breaking your heart. Something like that. I'm trying to make it make sense with the title. But
It's all
yeah,
good. Yeah.
Heartbreak.
Yeah,
Um
that's yeah. Who are you feeling on that? I heard a couple people, but I'm gonna let you. I want to hear what you or your mind goes with that. That was nice. and the brass was crazy. That you said the bass was a sample, or you played that?
No, it's like that that it's one sample with that. It's a main chord and it's just that bass, and then I added in an extra brass, dun, 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 and then the brass, and then the keys, like the rows of the keys,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
all of the drums. So it's literally just that main chord progression and that bass, that sample. Everything else is added to make it more. Because other than that, it would have been really like loopy sounding.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
yeah, just made it more of a track per se. But you know what? One of my favorite artists is Rick Ross. I
Mm-hmm.
love Rick Ross and his producers. I think he still works with them, but Justice League.
Yeah.
Growing up, those are my favorite producers for sure.
Yeah. The
Just
Justice
like the
League are crazy. They're
they're
beast.
crazy,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, I just would say that track kind of just it resembles my influences for sure. But I could hear like a Rick on that. I think I think I could hear a J. Cole on that, or either he's featured on something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was definitely thinking Rick Ross right off the bat. I was
Hmm.
also thinking like a Southern artist. Um,
Yeah.
y- I heard Big Crit actually. His raspy voice on that. I think that'd be a nice contrast, and he'll be
Hmm.
spitting some deep stuff on that. Because that's a
Yeah.
track that kind of pulls out your thoughts, and it takes
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, I loved it, Chris. I love him.
yeah, he would sound dope on that to
Mhm.
me. But yeah, definitely Ross. Because it's a mature sound.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, crazy, crazy. I like it. Let's
Thank
get into
you.
the next one. You're welcome. So next up we have Top Afro.
Pop Afro, right? So,
You were
uh,
right. They're all
I'm
random.
telling you, they just be random as hell. So, I added the Afro word in it because it was a little different for me. I wanted to, and this beat is also on Sugar Print that I released in March. But it's giving a different feel. It's giving like a Afro type of vibe. I just wanted to give something different and show what else, what more that I can do. So this is it's definitely like a summer vibe as well. But it's a cool vibe. It's just an Afro type, just a movement, making you move, making you get up somewhat, but it's still giving like that R&B soul to it. So yeah, that's what Top Afro is.
Okay. Yeah. Let's check it out. Here's Top Afro by Brown Sugar Productions on Sunday Sounds.
Brown sugar.
did that heavy filter in the second verse. Heavy filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Different vibe, but yeah, I feel it.
Right.
Somebody said Rihanna on that one. Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, I think yeah, Rihanna was ripped that.
yeah.
Rihanna
It's
would
like a
rip
touch of
that.
Afro beat going on too. So yeah, I like that
Yeah,
whole
touch
vibe.
of that.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
really hot right now. So in the last couple years, has been Afrobeat's been, you know, basically the new reggae. So
Right.
yeah, yeah. Oh, we're getting into some trap here. This is Code. Do you have any intro for that, or
Yes.
you just want? Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll have an intro for all of it, and it kind of helps me just reminisce on what mindset I was in making the beat. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. But code. So code. You know, I love trap music. I listen to it all the time, and I do make trap beats for sure. And this beat was made specifically for an artist. It's my cousin. So he's a rap artist, and he's like, send me some beats, send me some beats, And then I be like, I like most of my stuff. Now you probably can hop on some of it, but I be having to make something specific for you. I be telling them that, I'm like, give me a little bit of time. Let me craft something up for you, so this is actually one beat that I made for him, but I love it. It's really giving off trap for sure, but it's dope. It's a dope trap beat. It's definitely a dope trap beat. He done something to it already, so we're just waiting for him to release it. But that's Code. So Code I made at probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. I made it in probably a good 30, 45 minutes too. I was really into it. And then I sent it over to him. He was like, "Yeah, I love this. Like, this is me. This is perfect. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
perfect." So, yeah, that's cool.
So that time that it took to, you to create something paid off, basically connected.
Yeah. And I noticed that with me, which is great. Like, whenever an artist asks for something specifically, I am 99% of the time able to deliver. Like I literally hear that all the time. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for. This is perfect. Oh my God. Like, and I love that I'm able to give like that. I love that I'm able to listen to the artist and give them exactly what they are asking for. It happens really all the time, which is a blessing to be able to create like that and give musically and bless people's ears and give these artists what they're looking for.
Yeah, yeah, that is a true talent. Speaking of that, do you offer that as a service on your BeatStars? Do you do custom beats for artists?
I do, yeah. So on my website, that you can go in on my website and email me or message me, and we can have a session, a beat session, and yeah, I can definitely create craft directly for you. Yeah, I do that for sure.
Okay, and you do like in studio collabs too, right, with artists?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. To be able to do that. Because well, not everyone's in the same city, but that's awesome that you do it in person because it's nothing like being in the studio together, making something compared to you being by yourself and sending files back and forth and
Yeah.
revisions and stuff. So
I love
yeah,
both. Like, I'm great either way, but it's like really being with the artist, in front of the artist, face to face, in the same room. That vibe, that energy, like when I'm creating, and they just getting so excited, and I love that. That really helps. It helps the beat, and then like you're saying, like when you're there with them, they can continue to guide you on exactly what it is they're hearing or what they want from the track. So
yeah. And
yeah.
while we're kind of on the topic, did you want to shout
Mhm.
out any family or friends that's watching the show? Any of your supporters you want to shout out?
Yeah, I mean, shout out my family, all of my supporters, everybody that supports Brown Sugar Productions. Thank you so much. It's really too many people to specifically name, but
Oh yeah,
everybody that
yeah.
has been supporting me ever since I began, I really appreciate everyone, because when a lot of people first start, people don't believe in what you're doing until they actually see you believing in it. So I've had so many people be like, ooh, brown sugar, why you pick that? Wow, I don't like that name or this, that. And then when stuff started blossoming, those same people are like, ooh, I can't wait to see you get a Grammy. I can't wait to So it's like, like the see that they see how much you believe in what you're doing, it's they kind of look at it like, okay, so she's serious about this. So all right. So, I thank you for continuing to believe in me, to everybody, to all of my family, all of my close friends, and all of my friends that do music that I work with and collaborate with. I thank everybody for sure for just sticking with me and being here with me and supporting me.
There we go. Let's get into code. I'll check it out.
Brown sugar.
That's right. A lot of versatility. A lot of
Hmm.
versatility. Somebody thought you're from Tallahassee. You might want to remind them where you're from. You
Listen,
know.
I'm from Northeast DC all day, period.
And what do you
I
mean
am
by
a city
DC?
girl. Huh?
What do you mean by DC? And a lot of people don't know what DC. They don't even count it as a state. So when you say that,
I mean, I'm a city girl. I'm from the city. I'm a city girl for sure. Born and raised in the city. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, like yeah. That's the only way I know how to put it. Like I am a city girl. I'm a city
uh,
girl.
yeah, Washington D.C., ladies and gentlemen, Washington D.C. For those that
Washington
don't know,
DC.
yeah,
Yes. Some people call it the DMV, DC, Maryland,
yeah,
Virginia, but I am from Washington, DC, District of Columbia, Northeast
yeah,
side.
yeah. We have an international audience, so I thought I'll
Okay.
clarify it for everyone.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You know. But yeah, when you say
Nation,
DC, some
wow.
people don't even count, this as a state. So, they just hear
It's
two
technically
letters.
not,
So,
but it's the
yeah.
nation's capital. It's the nation's capital for sure. So they gotta remember us somehow.
Yeah, somehow, right? Yeah. Um, but yeah, yeah, definitely versatility there. It's awesome to hear, a different style that you do, and but also with your touch on it. It's definitely
Yeah,
dope.
right. Thank you, thank you.
No, you're welcome. Oh, do you mix your own beats? That was something I was gonna ask if I didn't ask that already.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mix my own beats for sure. Yeah. That was definitely a learning curve as well over the years, just learning how to mix and how to use EQ and how to use compressor and reverb. And I remember when I was first learning about mixing, I would ask, shout out to Culture. Culture is a guy I used to work with at the recording studio uptown in Washington, D.C. And when I was learning, I would ask him, like, so how do you, like, how would you mix? Like, how, And he's just like, he used to always say, it depends on what you hear. And I just be like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? But the more I made beats and stuff, the more I understood what he was saying. Like different beats sound different. So there may be different things or components that you want to add to one beat that you may not add to the other. So this one beat may need more reverb on the keys or something, and that's what you're hearing. This other beat may be totally different, or you may just be hearing a filter on something. You know what I mean? So the more I worked on beats, the more I understood what he was saying. It's just like whatever you hear is what you'll do as far as mixing goes. So I had to learn a lot about mixing, but yeah, I definitely mix all of my beats for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's also a craft within itself, that could take years to master. And
Hmm.
sometimes, it just keeps growing. You get better and better at it, when you're mixing.
Yep.
And every beat, like you were saying, is mixed differently because every beat, especially different genres, are mixed differently.
Hmm.
I like to take it one beat at a time and just kind of really hone in on, that particular beat and what things I want standing out and vice versa and stuff like that.
Right.
Um,
Hmm.
there's something else that was on top of my mind. Being a female in the production world and doing in studios and mostly, like it's pretty much known or suggested that a lot of producers are male. Like, how
Hmm.
do you take on like people that don't see you as being as creative or as powerful or as blessed as you are, because you're waking a lot of people up with these hot ass beats right now? But how do you like what is your mindset when it comes to guys not taking you seriously and they're just trying to hit on you and not like listening to what you're working on?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? What I've learned is, and I heard Lala Anthony say this a while ago. As a female in male dominated industries, you have to be on. Can I curse? Am I okay?
Yeah, go ahead, it's fine.
Okay, she just was like, you gotta be on top of your shit. You have to be on top of everything, understand the knowledge of everything when you're in these male dominated industries. So when you walk in the room, when you present yourself, you gotta present yourself in a way that they like, oh, she's serious. Oh, she know what she's doing. She's not here to just be lounging around like she's about her shit. Like she's this is what she does. And you just gotta come across like that, not coming across so like aggressive really, but us DC girls, we are aggressive anyway. We're kind of aggressive girls. People here in DC are kind of
I've been here
aggressive
a while.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's different from just being down south. Down south, people have more southern hospitality and stuff. Here up north, the further you go up north, we just aggressive. So with me being somewhat of an aggressive girl, just I don't let people walk all over me or anything like that. So when I am in the studio amongst a bunch of males, for one, I'm comfortable. I'm not uncomfortable. And if I may be, I won't really show it, but I know like this is really my passion. This is what I want to do. So I'm like, when I'm in this room, I gotta present myself like, all right, it's business. This is business. This is what we doing. I'm serious about this. I'm presenting myself as I am here for business, pretty much. And once you just do that, let it be known, correct somebody if you need to. If they trying to come across a certain way, let it be known. No, this is not what this is. I'm here for business. If you want to if you want to pay for a beat, this is the price. If it's too much, then unfortunately, you gotta just be very bold. That's the word I'm looking for. You have to be extremely bold in this industry. And I have to tell you, I've had to correct some men in the room and be like, well, I'm the producer, so I have to say so. So like, it'd be niggas in the room that they ain't got nothing to do with the track, just talking and this, that. And no, I had to correct some people. And recently I had to correct a guy in the studio, like, well, this is my track, first of all. So nobody should really be talking but me and the artist. Like I had to really just be like, you know what I mean? And then once I let it be known, I'm talking about he just went in the corner and sat down and they say nothing for the rest of the session. And it wasn't me trying to be mean. It was just
Right,
like
right, right,
I had to
right.
put him in his place. Like
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
the producer. No, the decisions are made between the artist and I. And
Mhm,
the
mhm.
engineer at some point too, as well as
Yeah,
sonically. But you just gotta let it be known. You can't be too fragile and timid in those settings.
yeah,
Because
and be
they'll just
bold.
walk on. You have to be bold. You gotta be bold. So
Yeah.
that's something that I have learned. So I want to be in this male dominated, and it would. And don't get me wrong, we are definitely coming up as women in this industry. It's a lot of us. There's a lot of female producers and musicians and executives and stuff like that. We doing our thing, but we
A&Rs,
still got
uh-huh.
A&Rs, managers, everybody, photographers, everybody in the entertainment industry. It's a lot of us women that are doing our thing. So, you just got to be bold. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
moral.
that's why I asked the question,
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, a lot of people don't know. I mean, the female's already here. Somebody said, 2025, 2020, 30,
Mm-hmm.
females be the normal, but the female's already here. They've been here.
Yeah,
They've
we
been making
here.
music. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
just dope to, you know, have conversations like this where it's present, and people get to know you and know like your backstory and your experiences in the studio. And
Yeah.
when you got somebody like telling you what to do and you've been making beats for god knows how long, and they never had any type of music training, whatsoever, and or they're intoxicated, and then what I'm saying, like where where you're like, come on, this is not productive. Can you get away from me?
Yeah, you
Producer
just gotta,
etiquette, basically. Producer
yes,
etiquette. Because
you
it's kind of
know.
like the entourage, I've
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a lot of history where 40 people come in the studio and
yeah,
all 38 of them have no idea what music is, or like the technical part of it, and you're trying to get something done and trying to help save the artist some money because it's hourly.
and they
I'm in
get
some situations.
loud, and and then that's when I'll be like, you know, we trying to record. We're working here. If you want to be in the room, you can. You just have to be. I'm telling you, like I am the person that it's like I take my music so seriously. I do. I love this. This is my life. I tell people that like I don't play around with my music. This is my life. So when I need to correct and say something and fix the energy, I will, no problem. And I don't ever try to come off disrespectful. I try
Yeah,
to be
that's
as
important.
respectful as
Yeah.
possible. But then I still have a lot of growing to do as well. So if you coming at me a certain way, then it's like, all right, then you done took it there. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, you just have to correct the energy and in the room and control the room as the
Yeah.
producer, as the artist, as the engineer, as the manager, A&Rs, whomever. Controlled, especially when your money is involved
Yeah. Yeah. And you said something very important there. Basically, professionally,
professionally.
you
Yes.
yeah, you still respect other people, even though, especially when they don't respect the situation. That's when you got to really put on that hat to be even more professional. And you know
Hmm.
what? A little nugget is to communicate with the artist to control, other people in the room that aren't really contributing. Be like, look, you paid this money, and I'm trying to get this popping, make this sound perfect for you, but you know can you talk to your so and so over here and let them
Hmm.
know just to chill out, just hang out and enjoy it, but stop coming
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. That's
See,
step
I'm
one.
yeah.
That's
So that's a
step
little
one.
nugget. You talk to the
Hmm.
person that's paying the bill to control, who's in the room, and that helps.
Right.
All right, that was a
Right.
long segment, but much needed.
All
I'm
good.
gonna get through
Yeah.
these kind of quickly. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, so we can have a Q&A at the end.
All
Again,
right.
you're watching BeatStar Sunday Sounds. This is my last one of the year. Thank y'all for your support, and make sure you go to. I think the whole playlist is on the BeatStars YouTube. You can check out all the shows I've done with all the amazing guests we had, all the gems that were dropped the entire year. I don't think I missed 1 month this year for this show. So
That's
super
great.
blessed to bring so much. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that. Um,
So I
so
would
Blue.
say,
Oh, go
oh, okay,
ahead.
because I was going to say, how many more do you want to play? Three or
No,
two
we'll
or?
go through all of them. We'll go through all
Oh,
of them.
okay, okay, cool, cool. All right. Blue. Yeah, Blue is also on Sugarprint. I have a lot of chocolate here that's on Sugarprint. Check out Sugarprint on all platforms. Blue is on Sugarprint as well. It's giving that jazzy feel. Pretty much it's giving jazz and it's giving chill vibes for sure. So that's Blue.
All right, check it out.
Brown sugar.
Definitely dope.
Thank you.
The, the little you're welcome. The guitar in the background, very subtle guitar. It's a like electric guitar. I like that part, that touch a
Yeah.
lot. Um, you what do they call it? When you put like toppings on a beat, they call it some people say sprinkles. Yeah, that's what they like. They put little sprinkles on it. That's like a saying. I can tell you put like little nuanced things here and there, and it's a really nice touch. Really nice touch for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What DAW do you use?
I use Logic Pro X, and I use Machine. Yeah. You heard of
So,
Machine, Native Instruments, right?
yeah, I got I got their
Yeah.
limited edition all white on
Okay.
white but yeah, so does that work in Logic?
Yeah. So I use Machine as a slave inside of Logic.
Okay, that's what I
Mhm.
thought. Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely all of my beats for sure, but definitely Blue was all in Machine, and then I'll just export each track, just export it and drag it right into Logic.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you can
Mhm.
actually you can create on the machine into Logic.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So I have Machine
Okay,
pulled up. I have. Yep. I have it pulled up inside of Logic.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I didn't know you can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Mhm.
sure you could do that. Because all their hardware you can pretty much use in any DAW.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, it
Yeah.
works.
That's how I do it. Yeah. It works every time.
Scraper. You got an intro, or you want to just keep rolling?
Scraper. Yeah. Scraper. I just made Scraper, man. I made it, and then I ended up posting a clip of me making it on Instagram, and then it just went crazy. Like I just wasn't expecting it to go so crazy, but everybody was like, "Whoa, this is dope." Like it just went crazy in my views. I've never actually on my own got like it was like I think it's like 1,200 views that video got. Really shocking, wasn't expected, but it's great. I love it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a little bit about Scraper, but I love Scraper. Scraper is definitely giving off what I love about percussions and stuff like that. You'll definitely hear that in Scraper for sure.
And you want to shout out your IG right quick?
Yes, follow me on Instagram at brown sugar PROD underscore. Everything spelled regular. Brown sugar PROD underscore.
There you go. And check out Scraper. Here it is.
Brown sugar.
Dope. Listen to the percussion on that. Wow. What you did with the
Yeah,
hi-hats, and it's like an open hi-hat that ends the into the snare. That's dope.
yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Three things. Did you pitch that thing? It's almost like a bell. Did you pitch that? It almost sounds like a hi-hat bell.
Did I? I think I did. I'm trying to remember when I was making that beat.
It's
I think I
really in the
did.
background.
It almost sounds like belly, like a bell a little bit.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of like in the
yeah.
background.
Mhm.
Because stuff like that, it's important to pitch because you don't want it like way out of key where it doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. Because I can tell you pay attention to stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's
Yep.
awesome. And the other thing, I love your tag. How did you get that?
Okay. So, that is actually my little cousin Yaya. She
Shout
is
to Yaya.
9 years old now. Shout out Yaya. But I did that when she was 3. And then because I am the only child, I don't have any siblings or anything. So when Yaya was born and stuff, just like watching her grow up, like even though she's my little cousin, she's like a niece to me, because I really would never really have actual nieces or nephews because I have no siblings. But Yaya is definitely like my cousin slash niece, and she looks up to me so much, especially with the music and stuff like that. Like the kids, they watch you, babies, they watch you.
Oh, I
They watch
know.
it
I got a
even
little
when you don't,
girl.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I know you do. Yeah. Even when you
Yeah.
don't know they are, I don't think they are. They're watching everything you do. So she has been watching my progress through this music thing so much. And even sometimes, like when we'll go out and I'll see people I know, she'd be like, "Are you famous or something?" Like, and she knows one day I will really like the brand would definitely blossom. But I recorded Yaya's voice when she was 3 years old and used it as a tag. And I remember we just kept doing it over and over again. She was shy, but she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it right." And she was just like, 3, just a little baby. And we did that one. I'm like, "That's perfect." And we used it. I use it on all of my beats.
That's
Every last
awesome.
one of my beats.
It's a personal touch, you know? And
Definitely.
did you add the effects on it as well?
Yeah, no, actually, so when I was in college, I had a producer. I cannot think of his name right.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all
Damn,
right.
that's my
It
guy too. But he just added the effects on it for me. He went
okay.
into FL
Yeah.
Studio and just added some effects on it for me.
Yeah, it's definitely dope. It cuts through the beat nice and it sounds perfect every time. Yeah.
Hmm.
And your cousin, right? I mean your was it your
My little cousin
niece?
Yaya.
Little cousin. Okay.
Yeah, my little
Yeah.
cousin Yaya.
Yeah. They got it right. Yeah, cuz he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it." Yeah, that take is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I don't know if you
awesome.
can hear. Maybe you will have to hear definitely closer, but she has a little accent. Her mom is from Ghana, Africa. So Yaya has a
Okay.
little accent, which is beautiful, you know? So the way she pronounces things, you can hear her accent in it a little bit, which is
Yeah.
very cute.
Yeah, that's awesome. And speaking
Yeah.
about what we started at the beginning of the show with the ancestry thing, I'm part Ghanaian. So as a
Oh
percentage of me from
wow.
Ghana. Speaking of Ghana,
Oh wow. That's
that's
dope.
Western. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I was like, what for real? That's Western Africa, West Africa. Everybody, in case you
West
didn't know.
Africa.
So you can Google it,
Yeah.
Ghana. So, but yeah, that's awesome. I always love stories like that, and I'm trying to get my little one. I'm thinking
Hmm.
about getting her to do my next tag.
Throw her on the
'Cause
mic. Just let her do whatever, and then
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it'll be something in
Yeah,
there that you'll be like, ooh, it'll be something in
right.
there.
Yeah, you're right. Just let her just talk away and just record
Uh-huh.
it, and all of a sudden something come out. You're right. I should do
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
She keeps
That's how
saying
we roll.
daddy's music for some reason. Because every time I go to the basement, she knows what I'm about to
Oh,
do. So I was thinking about recording that, her saying daddy's music.
you should. That'll be dope.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I hope it turned out all right, and she doesn't try to eat the microphone, but we'll see. And the last thing I was gonna ask, not last, but we're gonna
Hmm.
speed this up a bit. I saw your pricing strategy is a little different than what I've seen.
Yes.
Is there any particular reason for this type
Yeah.
of strategy?
So the ones that are on Sugar Print, right? When I release Sugar Print, all of those beats are only sold exclusively. So when you go to my BeatStars, when you'll see some beats that say 300, you'll see some that say 80, you'll see some that says 50 or 60. But the 300 ones are the ones that are on Sugar Print, the project. And though you can only buy those exclusively, they aren't for non-exclusive leasing or anything like that. So that's why those are that price. And I do feel like some beats just differ in price because of how I make it or the process it took to make it. So some beats are 60,
Mhm,
some beats are 80, but that's kind of how I price.
mhm, and I'm guessing the higher price ones are the exclusive ones?
Yes, that's yeah, exactly. Only
Okay.
exclusive
Was
to buy exclusively.
was Scraper one of the exclusive ones?
Yep. And Scraper is also on Sugar Print, the project.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Hmm.
noticed that says non-exclusive license, so I
No, no, it
think
should
you
be. Yeah, I have
yeah,
to
it should
change
be
that because it
exclusive.
should only be exclusively. Yeah.
But I got you. Yeah, I'm looking out for you. I was looking, I was like, "That's high
Thank
for a
you.
non-exclusive." You're
No,
welcome.
no, no. That should only be exclusively. So I'll definitely go in and edit that. But yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and if you need help with that, let me know because I know the platform very well. So,
Okay.
speaking of that, there's a massive man, we're going a little over time. Anyway, there's a massive release happening on BeatStars tomorrow. For everyone
Hmm.
that's here live, I can't say specifically what it is, but is a major game changer that will be released to the general public on the platform. And it's a big tool for producers to kind of basically know where your music is. Let me just say that, and it's very beneficial for your business, extremely beneficial. And shout out to Abe, the whole squad, everybody behind it to brought it to the forefront. I'm just really excited for the community to see this and get their hands on it, and it's extremely beneficial for your music. It puts more power into your hands as a creative, as a business person, as an entrepreneur. And Abe's super excited about it. I'm super excited about it. And it's happening tomorrow. I think right at midnight, man.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think right at midnight it's released. So it's check out Abe's. I think Abe tweeted about it a couple times, and I can't say specifically what it is, but you'll see his tweets and BeatStars tweets as well. We kind of hinted at what it is, and it's a man. It's along the lines of distribution, but uh, yeah, it's definitely dope. Like I want to say it so bad, but I don't want to get in no trouble. So y'all
All
will see it.
right.
Trust me, in a couple hours. So
That's exciting.
let
Okay.
yeah, it's a monster and it's it's a game changer. So um all right, Secrets R&B. Any intro you want to give for that?
Yeah, and I just want to say, so I'll do three more. I'll do Secrets, Do, and then I'll do Rock. Rock is the one that's going to be on the project releasing tomorrow. And I can do those three so we can just cut time down. I'm totally fine with
Okay.
that. All right, so Secrets, Secrets is special. Ooh, I worked on Secrets for a couple of days, and I love beats like that where I just come back to it and have more ideas. But Secrets is really dope, and it's I mean I love samples and all, but Secrets is no type of samples. It's just all me. The only kind of sample thing in there may be the vocals that you hear. You'll hear like some vocals in there, some voices. But I love Secrets. I love Secrets, and I also had already sent this out to an artist by the name of LB. Shout out to LB. He's gonna do something amazing to this beat for sure. But this is Secrets. I also have a video of playing Secrets with my dad. So when I'll play beats down here, whenever the beat is fire, he will come down the steps and be like, "What is that?" And I love that because that just shows me that I am growing so much. And he is the type of person that's so hard to please him. Like he is not easily pleased. Like, like
Hmm.
it's fire when he approves or when he is getting excited about it. So he came down the steps when I was playing Secrets and was like, "Whoa, that's something special." So this is Secrets.
All right, check it out. And also, make sure you get your questions ready. We're going to do a Q&A here shortly. And put some hearts up if you're feeling the music. All right, check out Secrets.
Brown sugar.
Yeah, you went hard on that. Like the chords, the layered sounds, like I can tell you put a lot of time and detail into that. Um
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Secrets is
those
pretty special. It is special. And it's simple. It's simple. Simplicity is everything is what I also had to learn as a producer.
mhm. Mhm.
That's just three chords, but it feels so good. It feels so full.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with just 3 chords, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that with beats and people are like, "Yo, you made that?" I was like, "Yeah, it's just 3 chords, bro." and I
That's it.
I did a hella things to it, but yeah, it's amazing what you can
Yeah.
do creatively.
Hmm.
And those are like jazz chords, basically.
Yes.
I don't know what
I was
key that
in
was. Huh. I'm sorry, you were in what?
no, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think what key it was as well. Ah, I don't know if this is
I thought you can put
F.
well, I'm sure you can put the key of the beat on there. If it starts playing, I'll just pause it right quick. No, you didn't put the
Okay,
key. Oh, A flat major? Huh. You have A flat major. Wow.
I do. A flat major.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
I
known
think that's what it is.
that. I wouldn't have
I
known
think that's what it is.
that. That's all good.
Yeah.
But
And what I was gonna say was real quickly that I when I was in college, shout out to Johnson C. Smith University. When I was in school, I was in the electric jazz ensemble band, and that's why I play so many jazzy chords. I love jazz and soul, right? So I played a lot of Miles Davis and all of those guys and Robert Glasper and all of those guys in my class and in my ensemble. So to take from that, I play a lot of jazzy chords, a lot of jazzy chords.
that explains a lot because
Hmm.
the chords you have in a lot of these beats are like really advanced chords. And that says a lot for that last beat we just played. So it makes
Hmm.
sense. I,
Yep.
my ear still means something. Did you have an intro for Do?
Dude, yeah, really quickly. So I don't know if you've heard of WTS recordings, Rector System, but
Mm.
a couple years ago I connected with them and I was up there and I just me and this other producer we was just cooking up. So I started off and I ended up making this whole beat by myself, but he just sat there and really watched me create this and craft this whole beat together and dude is dope. Like, I didn't even realize how dope dude was, and the name is random. It's definitely random. It doesn't mean anything, but but,
I was like,
but
is it an
that
acronym or is it morning
nah,
dew? I was gonna
it
ask.
is so random. I don't know. It has no meaning at all.
It's just 3 letters. Okay.
Just three letters, and then really quickly as well. I think, and maybe somebody will be able to notice this. That clap snare and do I think is the same as in the thick beat. So people may be able to hear that if they remember. But here's do.
All right. Check it out.
Brown sugar.
Again, y'all, make sure you get your Q&A ready. We're going to do a Q&A after this last beat. Get your questions ready while we have time here. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I was thinking there's not like one beat you didn't share that I didn't like, actually.
That is great. Oh, that's so awesome.
I'll be honest, I like everything you played here. Um, for everyone that's watching
Yes.
and watch this later, I am putting the link to the entire playlist right here in the comments for y'all to check out later, and so y'all can vibe out to. And I'm a vibe out to it as well and listen to everything because I really like what was played here. And just like your whole vibe, Brown Sugar, I like what you bring into the forefront, and I like your professionalism, and I think you're extremely talented, and I think it's important for the community to see that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna keep pushing forward for sure. I feel like I have a purpose. This is my purpose. I feel like God has blessed me to see my purpose at a younger age in my life. So this is what I'm here for, to just bless the hearts with the music, through the music.
There you
So yeah.
go. And for that last beat, I think I like that synth. It's like a reverse synth almost. I like that sound for some
Yes,
reason.
I
That's what
reversed
stands out to
it.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew you
See? My
probably
ear.
noticed that. Yeah, you have an amazing ear. I definitely reversed. I think it was a synth or either a guitar or something, but I definitely reversed it, and that's what I started off with. Once I had that, I said, "Oh, okay, let's just build from here."
Yeah, yeah, that's because I can listen to just that sound by itself and like,
Mhm.
yeah, I can just keep listening to that and just vibe out that one sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it almost sounds like a reverse guitar, like a
I
almost steel
think it
string.
was. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was. Mhm.
and the
Yep.
vocal chant you have that creates the bounce. That yep, yep,
Mhm.
yep, yeah. That's the part that kind of adds to it. Because it gives that
Yeah.
bounce and that vibe to it.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So
All right, last
yeah.
but not least, what do we have? Whoops, you wanted,
So last but not
rock,
least,
right?
rock all the way at the bottom. So rock will be on my new project, Seasonal Love Language, coming out tomorrow on all platforms. Seasonal Love Language. You can go ahead and check that out tomorrow. But this is an amazing track that's on there. It's sample based, right? But I love it so much. I found this sample and just felt it so much. I was like, oh, I gotta use this. So this is rock. This is rock. It feels good. It feels really good.
All right, let's check it out. See, I told y'all, man. I told y'all don't miss this show.
The
I told
vibes,
y'all don't miss this show.
the vibes
Well,
is secured.
yeah, it's very secure. That's a monster. God.
Yeah, that
Yo,
was
send that to
crazy.
Rick Ross right now. Rick Ross, where
You
you
know
at,
what I
man?
mean?
No, let me
Like,
stop.
period. Like, for real though, because
Yeah.
wow, that one feels so good. And it was so many parts to that sample. Had to just cut out and, use certain parts and just cut out and just craft it from beginning to the verse part, hook part, so it's an amazing sample. It was amazing sample. And I felt it off the gate. I said, let me throw some 808s in here. Let me just bounce this up, make it real movie. It feels so good though. And that's the first track of the project. So the project is that's setting the tone for the project for sure.
Yeah, you want to announce the project again?
Yeah, seasonal love language coming out tomorrow, December 13th, 2021, on all platforms. So it's called Seasonal Love Language. So y'all can go ahead and get that at midnight. Go ahead and check it out. And I'm pretty positive that everybody would love it. Would love all the vibes on there.
Yeah, especially what you brought today. That's just a teaser. That's a taste.
It's
So
just a taste.
I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, that you know who else I heard on there? DC's own Wale. I can hear him
You know
dropping
what?
some verses on
Yeah.
that. Yep.
Yep.
I can
I
hear him
agree.
dropping some gems on that. Um
I agree. Yeah.
that whole track was a movie. That was a movie right there.
Yeah.
That was a movie. Like it had so much movement to it,
hmm
and so much breath and creativity. So it was definitely awesome. Um okay, so this is a quick little Q&A for those that have questions with our guest Brown Sugar Productions. Looks like you have Brown Sugar up there. Should I call you that for short, Brown Sugar? Or
Yeah,
you want
that's what I thought about it, but I had Brown Sugar Productions, but then I just put it short for Brown Sugar because you can call me Brown Sugar. The overall is Brown Sugar Productions. It doesn't matter though, or BSP. It doesn't matter.
Brown Sugar Productions is
hmm
here on Sounds Sunday Sounds. So make sure you get your questions. If you have any questions with her, I don't want to take too much of her time. If you have any questions for her, please put in the comments and we'll highlight those. It doesn't matter, business, music stuff, plugins, engineering techniques, I mean mixing techniques or whatever, let us know. And also background as well, what inspires her favorite artists, stuff like that. I'll get it jumping, started. What is your on the business side, like, or do you market your beats online, or are you more about the collaboration process?
As far as marketing,
Yeah, as far as marketing your beats, do you prefer to sell like non-exclusives more, or are you more on like custom beats for artists? Like what do you prefer doing more?
um, I do prefer. I prefer place. If you that's what you're asking, I prefer like getting placements with artists in person. So being in the
Mhm. Mm.
studio and being around them and they saying, "Hey, pull up some beats," and pulling up a beat and they love the beat and they do the song right then and there and they put it out. That's kind of how most of my placements come about. And I like that method in any way. I like just actually just connecting directly with the artist and getting placements
Mhm.
that way.
Yeah, you seem
Mhm.
like more organic style of a producer
Mhm.
where you want to be in person, working with that artist. Yeah, you definitely seem like that. Um, do you do any type of marketing on any social platforms at all? Or
I do mostly Instagram. I am mainly on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook too much. I need to get back on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter as much. So I am on Facebook on Instagram, sorry. And I use a lot of Instagram promotions as well. So I do pay for promotions on Instagram, and that helps. That helps bring in more traffic to my website and to my page, and people discover me a lot through those promotions as well. So that's mainly how I kind of just, get the music and get the brand out a little bit more, just paying for some promotions and driving traffic to the website.
Yeah, yeah. That's the other side that a lot of people tend not to take that step with, you know. Promotion is so important. Your favorite artist puts so much money into promoting their album before you even see it. So
Exactly.
it,
Yeah.
it's the setup, you know. And you probably know because your EP, you probably had to do some promotion, you know, paid and unpaid as well. So
Mhm.
that's a whole other side that some people don't take advantage of and don't think that it's important. So thank you for saying that. Do you use the boost feature or are you running Instagram ads or Facebook ads and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's Instagram ads, yeah, and it also runs through Facebook as well. So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
uh-huh,
I know about that world. Yeah. It's very
yeah,
techy.
very,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
So we got some questions. Feel free to drop some more questions in here. First up, from Victorious, aka Dice Productions. Hi, when did you start creating beats? We kind of talked about that in intro, but it's all
Mhm.
good. And what inspires you to keep going? So when did you start creating beats?
So I was around the age of 13. I am 25 now. So I started when I was around 13. That was around the time when my dad bought me that keyboard. He bought me a Korg M3, which is right beside me, my first keyboard
Oh,
ever.
you still got it.
I still got it. It was, I
You
think it was
can you
about
hold it up?
400. You know what? Let me show you. Let me
I don't want
see
you
if
to
I.
cause too much
Well,
trouble.
no, it's
Look at
okay. I don't
that.
know. Oh man, can you see it? There
That
we
thing's
go.
massive. Yeah, I forgot how
Yeah,
big that was.
Korg
Jeez.
M3. So
Check
that's
it
my
out.
baby right there. That's my baby, and to this day, I have all of my first beats ever out on this keyboard. A good 400 or 500 beats. Before I started using a computer, my Mac, all of my beats was on this keyboard. So,
And that's a
and it,
workstation, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a workstation, yeah. So
Yeah.
everything is inside the keyboard. Yeah,
Yeah.
these was my
And
first experiences with arpeggiators, all types of stuff. So, um, I guess
and
that
when
is kind of an inspiration that kept me going because I know she asked that as well. Just what inspired me to keep going? Just hearing what I was able to create inspired me to keep going. It's like, wow, like I made this. Like this sounds good, and I actually made this. Like let me just keep trying and keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. That happened to me today, actually. So when you listen back to something that you made, especially listen to older stuff,
Mm,
um, you'd be like, man, I made that. That means I
yep.
still got something left, you know,
Right.
and I got something left for others to hear and to inspire others. Um, so yeah, I can totally relate to what you're saying. Um, you keep yourself going sometimes, you know,
Mhm.
listen to the music, especially when you get those wins, you know, when the artists get on your beat, it just makes that beat so much better and
Mhm.
you're hyped about it. That keeps me going. I'm like, yo, you took that beat to a whole nother level, you
Right.
know.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
yeah, and placements too. That man, that's always a motivator for me. Let's see. Do you have any interest in music videos from Victor Williams?
Do I have interest in music videos?
I'm guessing music videos for your tracks. Uh, because she is predominantly a producer, the DJ Khaled
Okay.
producer type. Um,
Oh, that's
so
where
I'm
she's
guessing
coming from.
visuals.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's crazy she said that too because I will be next year I have a track coming out within I'm gonna keep it a little secret, but it's a track coming out with an art. And if you just continue to follow me on Instagram, you will definitely be able to just see everything that I'm doing. But we are dropping a track at the beginning of next year, and we're going to do a visual for it. So that's it's still kind of giving the same like DJ Khaled kind of like I'm putting it together. I'm featuring you, and we putting the visual together. So yeah, for sure. I think visuals are extremely important as well because people want to see. People want to see stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And we're in a visual society now, time now. Music, I won't say it's background because I think it's the foundation of anything when it comes to
Mhm.
visual musical art, but the visual part of it is a major, even like doing visual, let's say you did a whole visual for your EP, you know what I'm saying? That'll make people look at it in a different way. I think it adds
Right.
to any type of musical project.
Right.
Because
Right.
people are extremely visual with apps, on their phone. Doesn't matter what app it is, they see something with the music, they kind of connect to it in a different way.
Mhm.
So
Right.
that I, j- I think it's important to have visuals with music, even if it's just instrumental.
Mhm.
Because I tend to get more feedback when I add just the most random thing. I go on vacation and I'll do a vacation video and put my music to it, and that's how you connect your personal with your music. So like, I did a vacation. I went to Costa Rica, and it's weird. I just post a beat by itself, but I get more interaction because I got a visual with it. You see what I'm
Because they're
saying? So
seeing something. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So sometimes it'll favor the music even more when you have a visual.
Mhm.
Sometimes because it's hit or miss because
Oh yeah.
social media is insane. You can do whatever, and some people don't even look at the you spent 8 hours to make a video and then you get half the views than some
Yeah.
random thing
But
you post.
but I put all this work into this, and this is like this is all I'm getting in return.
Yeah, yeah. I remix some things just and I'm like, "Yeah, how am I getting 10,000 views on this and I didn't even say anything?"
It's like it's always the least expected thing. It's like the things that you know or think that's going to get the most views doesn't, but then it's the things that you just be like, oh, this is whatever, and you post it. That shit gets the most views, and it's just like, wow, like so
Exactly,
unexpected.
exactly. It really is like that, and to speak on that just a little bit, that's why you can't take it too seriously,
Hmm.
numbers isn't everything, and you would think it is, but it's more about the quality of that fan base, you know what I mean? Some people just like when you can connect with an artist based on a post and you're lifelong collaborators, that's value, where they continually purchase your music, they continually want to work with you, they want to see what you're doing. That is a true fan, and that is priceless compared
Yeah.
to someone that just kind of lightly browses your work and doesn't really appreciate the talent that comes through. So I'm sitting here preaching, man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask some more questions about you.
We good.
Um,
Listen,
there-
this is the last one of the year. We getting it in. This is it's good conversation. It's great conversation. It's necessary conversation. So the last one of the year. We going hard.
that's right. We're putting what year is it? 2020 to bed. Is it? Yeah. Okay. There's something else I was gonna ask you. Um, what are some of your goals like for next year? Music wise, like what do you want to accomplish? What are you focused on for next year?
And this is great that I'm having this conversation with you because my goals for next year is to just get. I want some sync placements, right? Commercial, TV shows. I've been studying that for the past 2 years. And that is a goal. That's almost like a dream of mine right now. Like I would love to hear my track on a commercial, on a Taco Bell, whatever, McDonald's commercial, on a TV show, a series, on a movie. Like I really, really, that's really one of my main goals that I want to see and I want to accomplish for next year for sure. And I know you have a lot of success in that area. So for me, it's just like you are goals, like really, like what what you have, and the accolades you have with that. That's definitely a main goal for me for next year. As far as some of my beats go, I have a whole folder full of beats that's just ready for like commercial or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. It's a see, a lot of producers don't know that, well, entrepreneurs, don't know that that's another source of revenue,
Mhm.
and this is your business, and you shouldn't ever limit yourself, ever. Creatively, business-wise, spiritually, you have tremendous potential, and sometimes we always wanna put ourselves in the box and do what other people are doing. But, business-wise, that's another avenue, and I've been
Mhm.
blessed with a lot of, TV film placements, this one this year that I didn't even know that I was watching my own music
Oh
was,
my God, really?
Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. I had a placement on there, and, it was the season with, Bow Wow, Romeo, and, Brat was on there, and, I don't know if you've seen that season,
I watched that
but,
all the time. Yeah.
yeah, and then it's funny, I was watching the episode, and I was like, "That sounds so familiar." Oh, man, I'm watching, I'm
That's
like, "Yo, that
crazy.
melody, man, that melody." I kept saying it that whole night, that melody. Went to bed. 4 months later, I'm checking my ASCAP, and I'm like, "Yo, Growing Up Hip Hop," and I'm like, "My music's on there." This is one this year. I have, a couple more, but that one was funny to me because I've been making so much music that, you know, I do at least 10 tracks a weekend for TV film, every weekend, and rarely
Wow.
missed any weekend this entire year, so that's separate from my business. So so I'm a fanatic of music.
That's
So,
amazing though,
yeah,
man. That's
thank
just
you.
a
I
goal. That's
appreciate
a
it.
goal of mine.
Yeah.
I would love to even be able to have deeper conversations with you another time, or just about how to, really just go about getting those done. I know, like, I guess I've heard of, libraries, music libraries and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
just connecting with
Yeah.
music supervisors. I've been doing my studying, but that's my goal. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get me a placement. I'm gonna get me a TV loving hip hop or something, a placement or something. That is a huge, huge goal of mine right now.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna definitely get it. Your music's already there, off camera, I'll point you in the right direction, and you're already there creatively. You have the talent and you have the temperament and you have patience. It takes patience for stuff like that. Some people want instant
Mhm.
satisfaction, and TV is a little slower, because there's a lot of back end stuff, cue
Mhm.
sheets and all that,
Yeah.
filing,
Yeah.
and make sure your splits are right. There's non-exclusive, there's exclusive deals, so and libraries, everyone does it differently. They require different files and file naming and stuff like that. But everyone does it differently. The key is knowing that what you want to do, and you just keep working, because
Mhm.
there's so many submissions you send and you don't even know where they'll end up or if they're picked, and it's always good to just keep your head down, stay focused, and keep faith, and just enjoy it. Some people always they don't they're robots, and it comes out in the music. If you're not enjoying it, sometimes it just sounds forced, and people can't connect
Right.
with it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'll definitely, give you some pointers and some tips, to help bring that to fruition. Yeah. So, before I forget, again, do you have any, advice for any, up and coming producers or anyone that, is just getting their feet wet in this game, or what would you tell your old self before, well, that's a long time ago because you started mad early.
Yeah.
Any
um.
advice for the community?
Yeah. I mean, as far as production goes, it's just like work, 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 because you want to find your sound as a producer, right? Like you want to have a distinct sound. So it's just like you have to really put that work in. What do they call like that? 10,000 hours or something like that. Like you really have to put that in. That really matters. And when I was younger, I'm telling you, it was YouTube the whole weekend. Like YouTube really, really saved me. It really helped me. All of that knowledge, just soaking in all of the knowledge from YouTube. I remember that like when I would watch certain videos when I was 13, sometimes I wouldn't grasp what they.
Oh, don't worry, she'll connect again. She was just getting to the point, and looks like her connection lost. Again, while I'm waiting on her to join back on, appreciate all of y'all here right now. All of you that watch this later. It's been an awesome year doing these shows. And you know what? I'm gonna look for the show right now. I mean, the link to the playlist of all the, um, what do you call it? I can't change that. If you go to BeatStars on YouTube, let me check here. That way you can check out all the shows that was done all the year. Let me see. It's funny to see yourself live. That's amazing. Hopefully there's no feedback here. Go to playlists. For all the Sunday Sound Show for the year, you can binge watch these because I know some of y'all have school break and also break from your jobs, your day jobs. If you do have a day job. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. There's so many awesome shows that y'all can check out. Maybe her phone died too. I didn't even think about that. Let's see here, because she was getting straight to the point too. Um, oh, put that in. Okay, there we go. Full playlist. View full playlist. Awesome. So here is the link. And shout out to Mike Trampy. He was doing some of these Sunday Sound shows as well. There we go. Hopefully I'm still live. Oh yeah, I am. Cool. All right, so check it out. Here is the playlist link to YouTube to check out all the shows the entire year. And man, I'm just grateful to do these. Let me see. Okay, and she's back. Check it out. All right. I think you're back.
All right, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Hear
Yeah, I think
me?
it was just a connection. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, yeah. I don't know what happened, but
It's all good. You're back. You were saying advice. I asked what advice you
yeah.
had.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah, I think I was just saying, you just really have to put the work in those hours and build as much knowledge as you can behind being a producer. That's just really what it is. You gotta just know everything there is about it. I have books, man. I have books that I read about publishing and all of that. And because you're a producer doesn't mean you don't need to know about the back ends, the percentages and stuff like that. That all of that stuff is very important because you don't want to get ripped off. You don't want anybody trying to rip you off and taking percentages that you are owed. You know what I mean? So understanding the business is important beyond just the music. And what I had to learn is this music business is like 90% business, 10% talent. Like period. Like the talent, yeah, it matters. Like for real, it matters. But like you can, and I had an artist that I tell this all the time. You can be as talented as Beyonce, but if nobody can work with you in the room and they can't deal
Oh
with
yeah.
you, nobody's gonna
Oh
want to
yeah,
work
yeah.
with you.
Yeah,
That
true.
voice can be as
True.
beautiful as Beyonce's and Rihanna's, but if your attitude and if you aren't able to, we can't communicate with you right, and all of those little
True.
things, just working with you in person, nobody's gonna want to work with you. So it
True.
comes
Yeah.
down to stuff like that as well. Yeah, like just be workable if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Be open minded, be as professional as possible, and have the knowledge behind what you're doing. Period. So yeah, that's my little
Yeah,
bit
that's why they
of
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's well said. Well said. That's why they say knowledge is power. Knowing about your business is so essential. Sometimes that should come first before the talent, but we love making music. We love the passion behind it, but you know, being using that mind instead of the heart to know about the business side of it, is so vital. That's also why we have the BeatStars Publishing. We have a publishing subscription where you can set up the publishing side of your music when artists record on your beats and stuff. It's all in your portal.
Hmm.
You can set up your splits automatically, and you have that particular ability in your own hands. So that's the business side of it. And tomorrow midnight is also another business side to it, which is amazing. That is in the hands of the producer, and it helps you see where your music is. So, um, but yeah, publishing side splits, basically royalties. That's so important to know about.
Hmm.
When I started, I had no
Yeah.
idea what I was doing. I got tons of books. I got 3 bookcases of music. Over 100 books on music. So that shows you. I always like learning. I
Hmm.
continue to read books. I reread books, and because things hit you different as time passes by, and it's so important to know about this business that you're in. Especially if you're serious. You know, it's always
Right.
important to know that side about it. And when you walk in a room knowing more than the lawyers, especially when a big opportunity comes, they're like, "How did you know about that?" They'll just see a
Yeah.
surface. They'll see this
Hmm.
guy, wearing a sweater and a hat, kind of handsome guy with a smile, but he didn't know that I knew about certain, royalty splits or a certain term in these contracts. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Knowledge is key. So I just wanted to throw my 2 cents on top of what you were talking about.
Yeah. Nah, for real. For real. You're
Basically, they'll
absolutely
judge
right
you.
about that.
You'll be judged,
They
when it
will,
comes
and
to
they'll say,
certain
"Oh, he don't know nothing." Shit. I've been reading.
yeah.
I can damn near do your job. So, yep.
Yeah. All right. So it's been an awesome show. My bad for going overtime, but it's definitely necessary when have a special guest such as yourself, and also necessary to wrap up the end of the year. It's been an awesome year doing these shows. And what a way to end the year, repping the female creatives. It's a blessing to have you, and I wish you nothing but continued success with your music. I already know, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, as far as whatever you tend to do, whatever direction you go, the TV, film stuff, both, placement with
Hmm.
artists. Don't, like I said, don't limit yourself. Everyone that's here, don't limit yourself. You're bigger than what you think you are, to be honest.
Hmm.
And, that's how it got me this far, because I used to limit myself. And I kept saying, man, I know I got so much more. I know I can do better and better. I know I got something special to bring to this world. And so do you. So that's why I'm here, because I broke through my limitation. I'm still breaking through it. Man,
Hmm.
I'm preaching again. Sunday sounds. Let's
No,
get
you are. This is the
it.
last one of the year. This is amazing. Like, this is really dope. But I
um,
really thank you for having me, for thinking of me and my brand, and the way that you think of my music and how powerful my music is. I really appreciate that. That just lets me know that I am going in the right direction, and that's definitely going to keep me pushing. So I appreciate you so much. You are awesome as well, and your studio is so fire, man. All
oh,
them
thank you,
colors back
thank
there,
you,
that's been like, I'm
thank you.
like, that is so
Yeah,
dope.
thank you.
It's amazing back
Appreciate
there.
it.
It's very professional. But
Thank you.
yep, I
That's
appreciate you for having me, man.
my pleasure. My pleasure. I didn't forget about you. You've been in my ear. I was like, Brown Sugar. That was her name. So I was like, yeah, let's get you on this show so people know about you and hear your music. And they did, and this goes live, immediately. Well, it's live, but it posts. So that way you can share it, and watch back or whatever. Um, but yeah, definitely awesome, and I'm glad you were able to do it. We were able to lock it in, and you're able to be in front of the community and whatnot. And you're probably gonna get blasted with DMs and stuff, and and listen to my music. What do you think? I didn't talk about spamming, but don't spam her. Be nice. Be professional,
Please don't
right?
spam me. Be as authentic as possible, and then I will probably respond back.
Or block. No, let me stop. But yeah, authentic and professional. We'll add professional in there as well. One book that you recommend, real quick. That was a question.
Hmm. I can't remember now, but I think it's called it's blue, right? So I can give you a little description of it. It's a blue book, and I think it's called something the music business. So it has music business in it for sure,
Is it all you need to know
and it's
about the
blue.
music business?
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's that one. I think that's the name of it. And then there's also a book. It has is it is excuse me. It isn't as thick, but it's called the music publishing. It's a music publishing book that gives you all the ins and outs about publishing music and stuff like that. So I will recommend those two books for sure. That publishing book is it's like a greenish blue and black and white. If you guys would, just find that. But those books are extremely important, and those books has helped me with knowledge, further knowledge of understanding what I'm doing and understanding how things go in the industry. So I do recommend those two books.
Yeah. Did you recall any of the authors at all, or
No,
no?
I'm so
It's all
bad with
good.
stuff like that.
No, it's all good. I
I am
It's hard for
horrible
me
with
to
stuff like
remember.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I just
r-
associate the colors. Like I know the color of the book though, for sure.
you sound like me. The same way. I'm like, yo, that orange cover with the blue text. Some
Look, that's
you sound
the
like me.
only thing I kinda can remember.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I figured the first one you're talking about is all you need to know about the music. They make tons of volumes of that, like almost every year or two, and it's very beneficial.
Yeah.
It's up there at the
Mhm.
top. Um, for me, I'm on the motivational side because I read a lot about the music business. I'm
Mhm.
gonna put y'all on to someone that inspires me almost every. I'll name a couple. Les Brown. Leslie Brown is a motivational speaker. His story is amazing. He just talks about self limitation and how to be a better you and how to go after anything you want in life. The other person is Jen Sincero. She's awesome. Her story is amazing. I met her at a book signing, and she's extremely talented as far as motivating you to do anything. And there's one more. It's a spiritual book. Um, yeah, I don't even know if I want to go there. Yeah, let's leave that out. Um, but we'll stick with motivational, and we're not going to talk about spiritual because everyone has their own beliefs and stuff like that. So I'm not even going to get into that world.
Mhm.
But yeah, there you go. So you got the business side, you got motivation, you got awesome music, you had awesome guests. We talked about music. We gave you a lot of gems in here. We went double time. That's how you end a year. And we wish you nothing but the best for next year, if I can remember what year it is. But don't let COVID stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. The music keeps going regardless, and you all have something to bring to the table. So thank you for supporting the BeatStars Sunday Sound Show, supporting me. Shout out to my music fanatics. And for all the producers and artists, we take a road less traveled. We're doing stuff that we love and bringing music to the forefront. So, Brown Sugar, thank you for being a guest. And thank you for the awesome experience to end the year. And any last words? You want to say anything? your handles or
Yeah,
whatever, or
yeah.
people?
Just really again, thank you for having me. I just feel so honored. Everybody in the comments, thank you for, just being in this live and just soaking in knowledge for me, it just means a lot. And then listening to my beats and my music, I really appreciate everybody that was here tonight. And make sure again you follow me on Instagram, Brown Sugar PROD_. Um, remember to just keep pushing in your as a producer, as a creative, soak in as much knowledge as you can. Put the work in. Put the work in. It's not going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy, right? You don't want it to be easy. So the more you work, the more you'll gain, the more you'll grow, the more things that happen. I've started doing interviews, and that's huge for me. I'm just like, whoa, like I'm doing interviews now. Like this is things are getting big. So never give up. Don't give up. If this is really something that you want to do and you believe in, don't give up on it, please. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So just thank everybody for being here. Thank you, BeatStars. Thank you, DJ Fanatic. Thank everybody.
All right, there you have it. That is our show. I'm pretty sure I'll be around next year. So, and God willing, and you'll see my face as well, and hopefully provide more value for y'all. But yeah, definitely dope show. Brown Sugar, hang on for a second, and y'all enjoy
Okay.
the rest of your Sunday. Make some dope music. I know you're already inspired. You just if you need inspiration, rewind this back, play a couple of those tracks that we played, and you'll be right back at the inspiration that you need. You know what I'm saying? So much blessings to you and yours. Have an awesome holiday. And we're going to keep rocking out to the next year. And tomorrow, well, midnight tonight, BeatStars is releasing something insane. So if you want to stay awake and test it out, yes, it's trust me, it's a game changer that no other platform has. And I can't talk enough about it without, saying too much about it. So I'll catch y'all later. And blessings to y'all. Thanks for joining us.